So you've probably seen Joel Embiid's rip-through move and how effective it can be in the regular season, but somehow against this guy in the playoffs it didn't work. Let me show you how. So Joel Embiid and James Harden had a catastrophic Game 7 against Boston Celtics. The Sixers scored 10 points in the third quarter, tying the franchise record for the fewest points in the playoffs. Embiid and James Harden had 9 turnovers combined, while only 8 made field goals. That's absolutely correct. James Harden finished the game with 9 points, 3 out of 11 field goals, while Embiid, the season's MVP, shot 5 out of 18, scored 15 points in the last crucial game. Celtics defense against Embiid was just breathtaking. There was constantly 3 Celtics jerseys on Embiid, absolutely zero space to operate, and a different defensive tactic compared to the first half, when at the very end, due to Horford's 2 fouls, Marcus Smart was defending Joel Embiid. So while Embiid was locked down, even though James Harden had open driving lanes, he opted to pass out the ball to the 3-point line. So Embiid is basically disarmed by Boston's defense. You need other ways to score, and James Harden simply didn't show up. In most of Harden's drives to the basket, you need to take one more extra step and it's easy 2 points, but instead James opted to pass out the ball. When Embiid then had an opportunity to play one-on-one, Al Horford showed extreme patience, brilliant footwork, and Joel had 0 chances. I would like to emphasize one thing with Al Horford's defense on Joel Embiid. We all know that Embiid is a center that has a full package of post moves. He will bully you, he will shimmy you. If you give him enough space to operate, Joel will dominate opposition defense. So Boston Celtics all series long had 3 people surrounding Embiid, but also look at how Al Horford defends Joel. As I mentioned in the start of my video, Joel is a master of drawing fouls. He understands and reads perfectly when the opponent has an arm in his space, good composure, and he knows how to sell it. So Al Horford is extremely disciplined when it comes to staying in front of Joel and keeping his hands in the right position. Horford did play with Joel Embiid for a season. Of course, they did train a lot together, and his experience lets him to read Embiid like no one else can. I do enjoy these kind of defensive plays, a true NBA veteran closing out the current NBA MVP. Meanwhile, James Harden, even though technically speaking he's doing the correct thing, kicking out to the 3-point line, Sixers shooters had a lot of open looks but was breaking everything. So I would have liked James trying to finish those semi-contested layups by himself. I know that James Harden will receive a lot of hate for this game, but Jesus Christ, Boston Celtics are hitting every shot. Meanwhile, the rim spits out this Harden's attempt. So the game was done before the final period. Just from the body languages of Sixers players, you can sense that Boston completely destroyed any hopes for survival. Celtics perfectly executed their game plan on defense, Harden and Embiid were nowhere to be seen, and most importantly, Jayson Tatum finally showed up to the playoffs.
Sidestep, puts up another 3. Bang!